Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
$1 trillion market cap, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're at today. And look, Bitcoin 38,400 plus, Ethereum 2,600 plus. We see Cardano coming in at $1.06. Solana's at $97 and change. XRP is 60 cents this morning. It's January 31st, 2022. Look at the price range very quickly here. We have a lot to go over. 0.5838 on the bottom and 0.6157 on the top. Ladies and gentlemen, Clinton Donnelly, taxlaw.com, DonnellyTaxLaw.com, that is your foremost authority on crypto taxes. Let me tell you this, and I want to tell you right now, he is going to have a webinar tomorrow. I'm going to meet with him later today, and we're going to get some answers on what's going on with taxes currently right now and what your options are to help protect yourself for this tax season going forward. Take a look right here. Let's get into this. Veteran trader Peter Brandt has suggested that it could be time to buy Bitcoin in his recent tweet. Peter has opined that the market sentiment has become too bearish, which is why he believes that the cryptocurrency is likely going higher. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Time to vote them out. Any anti-crypto members, rightfully so, put on this web here by ProCoin News. Give them a follow. I got a link in the description, take you right to the site. And if you take a look right here, this is a lot of the players here who are absolutely backed by the banking lobby money, and they are trying to do their best to destroy crypto and all the innovation it has to offer. And here's somebody else on the global stage that isn't too happy about El Salvador. We've covered this a bunch, but I just want to touch on it today because we're about to take a look at some powerful information for all of us to speculate on and process. And you tell me at the end of this video where we are in this moment of time. International Monetary Fund's telling El Salvador, you better forget about that Bitcoin being legal tender. Now, how many times have we heard them take shots across El Salvador's bow? And how many more before we see something actually done about it? Eleanor Tourette reminded us over the weekend and going into the weekend that the Biden administration is releasing an executive order on regulating cryptocurrencies, and it is now a matter of national security, ladies and gentlemen. And they were originally going to take back a lot of opinion from different agencies. It was going to be somewhere between April and August. Now it could be released this week. This is what she says down here. News sources say it could come out this week, which was last week she said that. So let's take a look at this. 300 community banks must know something, because 300 community banks in the United States are looking to offer Bitcoin trading to clients, listen to this, within the first or second quarter of 2022. Hello, we're in Q1 right now. With the help of Bitcoin company NYDIG. This is Stuart Alderani, and in this first clip, he's going to level set for a lot of us. I want this to be a video that anyone could really watch and kind of follow. So I'm going to get this. This is Stuart Alderani, legal counsel back in 2019 here. He's going to level set what XRP is, and then I'm going to play a very important clip after that. Take a listen.
XRP, which is not owned by Ripple. XRP is not Ripple. Ripple is not XRP. If you own a unit of XRP, it gives you no right, title, or interest to Ripple. If you want to own Ripple, go into the secondary market, and you can buy some shares in Ripple and become an investor in Ripple. But what XRP does, and this is really what I think is fascinating, is when you combine XRP with RippleNet, the proprietary software solution, I think it does something really magical. It's really the secret sauce. It's liquidity on demand. So the way that banks need to transfer money throughout the world now, as many of you know, is they need to pre-populate and pre-fund correspondent banking accounts throughout the world with millions, billions, and in fact trillions of dollars in anticipation of cross-border transactions that they think may, or they're predicting that may take place. Those correspondent banks charge a fee for that, and also the banks are beholden on FX brokers to execute FX trades when those cross-border payments take place. The trillions of dollars, and I think there's 10 trillion of dollars that sits in these correspondent banks, that's dead capital to the banks. And when I say dead capital, they can't use it to invest in their company, they can't use it to pay dividends to their shareholders, they can't use it to pay their employees.
And so on and so on and so forth. But just listen to this next little clip here. Again, level setting for everybody with a problem that XRP solves. Very real, $10 trillion locked up in dormant capital on the soft side. On the deeper side, we've heard Brad Garlinghouse say north of 25 trillion. Keep listening.
You can't even use it for a liquidity or stress test buffer under Basel III. It's dead capital. What the XRP solution in combination with RippleNet allows these banks to do is take the pre-funded dollars out of these correspondent accounts, put it back on their balance sheet, and now if I'm sitting in the US and on MoneyGram and I want to send $1,000 to you and you're in Mexico and I want to convert that to pesos, using RippleNet, you go into the marketplace and you go to a crypto exchange or a crypto market maker and you buy $1,000 worth of XRP. You send that XRP to Mexico. The market maker or the exchange in Mexico then converts it to pesos and then delivers it to the ultimate consumer. That transaction takes 3 to 5 seconds, whereas under traditional SWIFT network, that would take 3 to 5 days. MoneyGram, in their...
And he goes on, but he talks about the MoneyGram deal that they had with them prior to being sued by the SEC, for which they had to water down, unwind that arrangement, so MoneyGram didn't feel the backlash of that as well. Stellar now has obviously made partnership with them. We'll see how that goes. But I want to take you to this tweet, because this is absolute proof. The graph here that I showed in this morning's video, the decimation that XRP has suffered here, and Ripple's total sales of it, right? Because of the ongoing lawsuit from the SEC. There's also proof here that the SEC writes that Ripple has raised money by selling XRP. John Deaton says, absolute proof that the SEC never believed it could prove today's XRPs a security. If it truly believed in its bogus, absurd allegations, it would have sought a preliminary injunction to stop ongoing sales of XRP. That is a profound statement. It allows $50 million per month in illegal sales to help fund the defense against the SEC. And this is exactly what he's talking about here when it cites the amount of sales that they've raised through selling XRP without seeking an injunction. So we understand that there's something odd about SEC's approach. There's many things that are odd about it in the fighting of this case, but let's go back now to a more odd point, and I'm going to take you now to a different part of this video. And shout out to Darren Moore Jr. for this from back in the day. You should be following him. Listen to what he says here about the SEC running a validator node on the XRP ledger.
Using an open, permissionless ledger like the XRP ledger to effect cross-border trades using a bridge currency. So Ripple's not looking to replace fiat. We're not looking to compete with fiat. We're not looking to compete with central banks. And the XRP sits, as I said, on an open, permissionless ledger. How do I know that it's open and permissionless? Because the Chief Technology Officer at Ripple tells me it is. He explains it to me, but I also have hard evidence. The SEC announced about a month or two ago that they're going to establish a node on the XRP ledger and other open and permissionless ledgers. The SEC didn't call Ripple to ask permission to do that. They're just going to do that.
And there you have it. So more oddities in all of this. They don't seek an injunction to stop XRP sales, right? There's no fraud cited there, so there's no criminal activity cited about this case at all, right? This is why I tell you I firmly believe that this process, as ugly and drawn out as it is a vetting process and an audit of Ripple and RippleNet and the XRP ledger and XRP to truly serve for its true full-scale intended use of the asset and the ledger. And don't forget, the XRP ledger is a decentralized exchange. Now let me take you here, because now I want to take you to this very quickly. This is Dilip Rao back in the day working for Ripple, and he explains in this 2018 summit exactly what I believe is a more realized moment of what he is explaining about pivoting away from retail investors and going for the actual intended use of the asset XRP and Ripple products, which is institutional. Check it out.
To Dilip, this question comes from the audience. Many people are using cryptos just to buy and sell and make quick gains out of it. Does it hurt the growth of cryptocurrencies, that usage for a quick buck?
So I mean, it's kind of chicken and egg. You have to create a marketplace. And right now we have about 150, 200 exchanges around the world that trade in XRP. A lot of it, as you say, is very shallow trading by individuals. And that is not the use case that we are pursuing. What we are pursuing is the use of XRP as a financial asset by sophisticated institutions as a bridging mechanism. So does this hurt or harm? Well, it creates a lot of noise. And we certainly don't want that much noise, but we're waiting. And for example, in this last quarter, the bulk of XRP sales were to institutional investors. And as this transitions away from retail to institutions who will start to use it for wholesale financial usage, that's when the turning point will come.
The turning point will come. Now, I'll take you very quickly, just as a reminder, I covered this, but this is just a reminder here. Ripple did not conduct programmatic sales in Q4, and really it's since 2019 Q4, really right before the lawsuit, right? So this is important to understand, that they have stopped sales to the exchanges, it would appear. And more importantly, since Q2 of last year, Ripple told us that they were also going to buy back and be a buyer of XRP in the secondary market, which is off of the exchanges that you and I participate in. And now it's buying back the liquidity off of the secondary market that we play on. And it is not lending anymore at the current time to the exchanges to have more of it. Are you with me? Now let's take a look here, because I'm going to give you a shot of this, and this is a clip of a video I covered back in 2020 of the Shane Ellis theory, and basically it explains very quickly how you could reach a high number by buying out the exchanges that have XRP on it and buying out the order books. What gets really interesting about this is that this example in 2019, which will vary from what we know today a little bit, but use what I just shared with you as an understanding of how to see this information in this proposed theory by whoever Shane Ellis was, and understand that now there are even less exchanges that are participating, and that the Ripple preferred partner group that he mentions in here is really now what became on-demand liquidity, right? And the fact that they're now leasing the asset to customers, which I find to be a very, very interesting product offering to their customers, because that to me qualifies for the Reeves test in when something is a note, but it is not a security, because you can lend it to your customers for short term, taking it out of a security designation. Just a thought there too. Let's listen. I'm going to let this run, but check this out and what he has to say, and we'll come back. And this person who wrote this letter said, you know what, don't laugh at those people, because I'm about to show you a way that this can get there very quickly to that number. So please take particular note of the section where I show on Bittrex exchange that transacting small amounts of money can push up the price dramatically. Please do not be fooled into thinking that it will take billions of dollars to force the price of XRP to the extremes. It will not. Now, let me move this ahead really quickly so we can move along quickly. As you know, Ripple have now partnered with a number of exchanges around the world, and surely this number will grow. This network of liquidity providers will become the go-to place for buy and sell for retail market makers. Very quickly, because we've come to current day, these exchanges are now very limited as who actually is offering XRP as opposed to the theory here. So the theory actually gets more heightened is the point. These are the exchanges that are servicing transactions for the payment flows of the institutions. If an exchange is not within this liquidity network, then the XRP on these exchanges will drain away as retail investors begin to move their XRP onto the platform. This will happen due to either arbitrage, although other exchanges will not let the price fluctuate too much so as not to miss out on the higher prices, or two, natural migration to preferred exchanges for rapid buy and sell opportunities. As one can expect, no exchange will want to miss out on the potential for making money, where servicing XRP transactions would provide a healthy income stream for the exchange. Unfortunately, most exchanges are simply not large enough with enough capital backing for Ripple to sign them as a preferred exchange. Now, on to the method of price increase, which I believe will occur. We can guarantee that the spread on the exchange for XRP will be extremely tight so as to ensure near perfect entry and exit from Ripple Preferred Partner Solution, RPPS, from now on. The RPPS consortium will also be working within a framework that will ensure coordinated price movement of XRP to eliminate arbitrage trading from XRP fiat pairs, which will then obviously filter into USDT BTC markets on these exchanges. Very quickly, RPPS again, I believe, is now ODL, on-demand liquidity. That's even if they still exist at this point. It will be a requirement that these third-party pairs will need to decouple from XRP so as to ensure that the extreme price fluctuations in BTC will never impact the price of XRP. Even a price drop of 1 cent will have dramatic impact on the movement of value when we are talking about millions of dollars. Now, we know that members of RPPS have been and continue to be pre-funded with XRP so they may service the XRP or XRapid transactions. We're referring to what has now become to the ODL system and RippleNet partners, right? This pre-funding is necessary to guarantee transactions made by financial institutions. We can't have any of those transactions fail due to the lack of XRP liquidity. These exchanges will also be reliant of the XRP provided by market makers to bolster the XRP liquidity, thus adding to the exchange total supply. Now, the exchanges will prefer at first to use the XRP from market makers to increase the price of XRP coin. Why do I say this? Because it simply makes sense to use the immediately available XRP to raise the price in a dramatic fashion. This then increases the exchange reserve pool that must service the transaction request. But now it has been increased dramatically. Let me explain. And what you're hearing now is where he's going to take down what he's talking about as the order books, the buy and sell walls. Bittrex order books currently shows that from 27 cents, this is at the time that he wrote this, to $1.49 totals $47,078. So at the time that he wrote this, just to be clear, the price was 27 cents, and to buy it up to $1.49 and buy out the buy and sell walls, right? To buy those out on the exchange Bittrex, which is a participating partner with Ripple, right? That it would take $47,000 at that time through XRP to fiat pairing, which is the same channel that it will be used by the Ripple partners or ODL. Simply transacting $47,078 at this point will instantly push the price of XRP to $1.49. Bittrex order book currently shows that from 27 cents to $25 totals amount of $3,651,361 at the time of writing this letter to buy out all of the sell orders to get the price of XRP on Bittrex to $25. Transacting $3.6 million plus at this point will instantly push the price of XRP to $25. Bittrex order book currently shows that from 27 cents to $100 is a total amount of $3,743,466. So at this point, $3.7+ million at this point will instantly push the price of XRP to $100. Now, the XRP price numbers get much higher than this if you take a look for yourself, but it makes sense to use these orders to push up the price in a dramatic fashion so as to provide a stable pool of XRP liquidity to service further institutions and FX transfers. Very quickly, so now this gets much easier to do if XRP is on even less exchanges than they were back then. We're not on 120 exchanges now. Right? So if they perform something like this, which we actually are watching Ripple perform it, what happens when we have a moment where this actually dawns on the other market makers of the world? If Ripple continues to not sell to the exchanges, we're watching them drain the retail pond of the secondary market, are we not? If they start sales again, it's a moot point, right? But if they continue in this manner to not offer XRP to the exchanges, at some point the liquidity is going to dry up and it'll all be back in the lending program for leasing XRP for payments. As well as the accumulation of other financial institutions and central banks, I would imagine, around the world that are probably accumulating it right now while exchanges are not. Keep listening. The exchange at this point can then create large buy and sell walls at either side. Notice he said the exchange at this point can create large buy and sell walls at either side in the magnitude of tens of millions of dollars or tens of millions of XRP from their own supply to ensure price stability. So now they buy out the buy and sell walls that are there and then put in the buy and sell walls that they want to ensure that the price stays solid, right? Stays stable or reliable. By performing this simple maneuver, the exchange cannot be accused of XRP price manipulation, as the retail orders were filled first, and then the exchange stepped in to service the rest of the transactions, which, by the way, is very legitimate what he just said. The exchanges can absolutely perform in that sequence of manner and do exactly what he said if they wanted to. I mentioned this phrase "at this point" due to the fact that no retail investor knows when XRapid is going to go live, which is now wrapped into the ODL, which is live. So this can in fact happen at any time. And Ripple needs it to remain this way. By ensuring this, they can guarantee a one-time rapid price increase that professional investors will also be glad of. They will want to ensure, in fact, guarantee that market makers are then priced out of the market, and those who are intelligent enough to have already purchased will be flocking to sell their XRP in an instant. They will need to sell at a lower rate to ensure the sale of their coins, as placing them in a pool of tens of millions of XRP will not fill their order immediately. I know this seems such a simple process to be believable, but make no mistake, this is what will happen. And it will be happening all over the world on the RPPS at the same time, as all XRP liquidity providers will begin tight alignment regards to XRP price. And B, I wanted to add the figure for you, which is an easy to understand number that will guarantee a price of $500 per XRP. This is on a single exchange, granted, but when XRP goes live, and it will without the knowledge of retail investors, the production corridors will begin to flow simultaneously. This will happen and the price will increase in perfect synchronicity on all Ripple preferred exchangers all over the world. So, Bittrex order book currently shows that from 27 cents to $500 totals an amount of $39 million plus. So $39,544,766. This was at the time of him writing this a year and a half, 2 years ago. Transacting the 39.5 million plus at this point will instantly push the price of XRP up to $500 because you're talking about using that 39 million plus to buy out the order books on that participating exchange, Bittrex, right? By the way, Bittrex just recently announced that they're doing tokenized stocks, which is just incredible, right? Ripple partner, tokenized Apple stock, Tesla, the whole bit. Now, that's something that has happened that wasn't happening then. Now, let me be clear. 39.5 million plus is all it would take to push up this price on the USD XRP market. All other markets, BTC, XRP, ETH, XRP, USDT, XRP on this exchange will rise in tandem as to coincide with this price. It will not take billions of dollars to push up this price. You can see this now. You have mentioned that you have been in the markets for some time, and you must know that there are small and large jumps in between the sell orders. It is the sell orders that bring up the price. No one can buy if there's no sell order.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.